Welcome to Fashion Show Reaction with Facial Recognition, where we react to fashion show videos, but with a twist. We apply facial recognition technology so that we can identify the models.
For our third and fourth episodes, we are going to react to Giorgio Armani's Fall and Winter Couture collection for 2024 and 2025.
You ready? Here we go.
The show has so many models and so many looks that we have broken it up into 2 episodes. Make sure and look for episode 3 to see the first half of the show. As we identify a model, they will be freeze-framed and their name will show in the roster on the left. As this part 2 is a new video, we will start the roster over again.
We'll see as we go through the show that the software sometimes fails in a couple of different ways. Sometimes misidentifies a face in the crowd, and sometimes misidentifies the face of a model. And in this show, for the first time on the channel, we have 2 of what we call false alarms, where not only does the computer see a face when there is no face, but then it guesses at an identity for that false face. The facial recognition software looks at each of the 30 frames in a second of video and treats them as individual pictures. This is what makes the identifications kind of flicker.
As you can see, we are in a section of the collection that features black clothes. Some with bling-style enhancements, including this crazy giant pearl on Minnie's chest.
Like I suggested in episode 3, this seems like a hug repellent.
I like the more simple pieces, such as this classy dress that is presented by Layla.
What a job she is doing here. Great walk. Regal presentation.
With no beret and just a simple black clutch, this is the kind of classic look one expects from Armani. Compare that to the next shiny, plastic-looking dress.
1 second. Here is our first false alarm of the video, where the computer has decided that the neckline of this dress is a face, and worse yet has taken a stab at who it thinks the face belongs to. Embarrassing work by the software.
Here Anna presents one of the rare asymmetrical looks of the show. This swoosh breaks up the shiny, and with the cinched waist, this is much better. Then we transition away from sparkle to a pure flat black, first going half and half, then full, soft, flat black.
But maybe we were wrong about the lack of asymmetry in the show, as both of these looks feature only one shoulder.
Yes, I think we spoke too soon about the asymmetry, as we have yet another piece that differs from side to side. But it looks like that was just a phase in the show and we are getting back to uniformity, with a bling on Shara's top looking a bit like the Milky Way galaxy through a telescope.
As we mentioned in episode 3, we are not prudes, but we are not sure where you would wear a look that includes your lightly covered breast, whether you were a man or a woman.
Knowing that a lot of couture is not worn as seen on the runway, my big question is, how would you adjust a look like this to tone it down?
This is a very nice pattern to introduce some visual texture to a black garment. It is as if the Milky Way has been uniformly dispersed. Here we are back to ornamentation that stays on the edges.
I'm starting to get annoyed by the giant pearl on the berets.
Things are big enough to provide a Wi-Fi hotspot. One influence that will never die in couture is the toreador.
The influence is not too strong here, but you can feel it in this jacket, even though the loose pants do not fit with the classic toreador look.
Unfortunately, we have our first unidentified model of the video. Worse yet, I think we misidentified this model in the Ellie Saab episode 1 at 10 minutes and 40 seconds. Giorgio is teasing us now, as we are not fans of stiff bodices or feathers.
Hold on a second, those are not feathers. It appears they are loops of fabric. This is certainly out there for this collection. But then we get right back into a classy black dress with enough bling to make a couture buyer feel like they were not cheated.
Said it before, and we're going to say it again. Where would you wear this outfit?
It is not being presented with jersey carrying a jacket, so this is it.
To a starry night, but this time with a beautiful model moving around inside of a stiff bodice.
I just do not like this structure.
And we match a lot of transparency with a twin set that is shaped like a 70-year-old couture buyer would love it. Question is, would a rich grandma be interested in this see-through of a garment, even if it has a lot of couture style bling?
We have a ton of sparkle bits on black again, but in a totally unique shape compared to what we have seen so far. I could see this dress on red carpet easy, although the high waist and loose top do not make Diana's waist look as small as it is.
What about a shift? What is this mishmash of an outfit?
Wait a second, let's take a closer look. The bandeau top and trousers are of the same fabric, so we have some continuity there. And the shoes match in color.
The belt like one of those tummy trainers they love on Housewives of whatever.
Back to a classier look in general, and it looks like Lulu has some sort of modesty solution under yet another transparent look.
Mariana did not sign up for the modesty modification at all. Like this outfit a lot, but still not sure where you would wear it as is.
And now for something completely different. A slinky look to get us back to opacity.
Pearl accessory seems to tie a lot of these pieces together.
We spoke too soon on the return of opacity.
At least these upcoming pieces are, I'm not sure how to say it, a bit less in your face.
Flapper fringe is not bad here, but even though this is a dress, it looks like a two-piece outfit, which is kind of odd. Okay, straight up, these visible shoulder pads under a transparent garment does not work for me.
Just a no-no.
Otherwise, the silhouette is nice.
You get serious? This is our best look of the video. We like the structure and detail.
Chinois presents one heck of a silhouette here.
That neckline is the kind of detail you want in a couture gown. I don't know about you, but Vika looks like she's going to kick some ass here. Like someone at the charity gala made a bad comment about her on Instagram, and she seeks revenge.
The transparency of this look is different in an interesting way.
I think I see what you mean. Then we have Beans with a spaghetti strap gown and a pile of feathers. And look, she does not have pearls, just embroidery on the dress.
Nope, you are wrong. The earrings are pearls plus dangles. I feel as if Cara is taking us back to what we expected from an Armani collection. And again, she seems to be implementing some sort of slick modesty solution, which I am not sure would work on some of the previous looks.
There's some nice dresses, and apologies to Ambeline as we skip over her here, but catch her up during the parade. Note a kind of chainmail feel on the bottom of this dress.
Very on trend this season.
I love this next dress, but unfortunately, after some investigation, we think this was a misidentification and we cannot determine the identity of this model. It is not Lulu as we identified her earlier in the video.
What the hell is this outfit? This is definitely the worst look of the video.
Sadly, there has been more than one show this season where Evelina has been saddled with one of the worst looks.
Why is she being punished? The shoulder pads feel unnecessary, but this dress takes us back into the right direction.
Solid couture piece the buyers should appreciate.
And to wrap up the show, we have Agnes in her first appearance in this episode 4. But her third look in the show overall, given she opened the show, is closing the show, and presented a third look in the middle.
We are proud of the work that the facial recognition program does here in the parade, and will be freeze framing a couple of examples. However, we do unfortunately have another false alarm. Let's see what the computer can do when it has many faces in the frame at the same time. Here we catch 5 model identifications at one time, and then we catch 6 at one time, but note that the computer thinks that Lexi Hearn is her sister Lainey.
Seems like they are even more identical on the right side of their faces.
There is another hit of 6 identifications at one time. and yet another hit of 6 identifications at one time. Oops. Here is the second false alarm of the video.
Bad work from the software. Here we are catching up on Beline, who we skipped over during the show.
Let us know if you enjoyed applying facial recognition to a fashion show.
Bye now.
See you next episode.